Hello, Neil.
How you doing, Mr. Prime Minister?
Very well. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Prime Minister's office.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Glad you made it in.
Well, we've got a lot of work to do, but
Yes,
we're focused on doing
I
it.
hear. So my issues are, my first issue is manufacturing business. I've been a victim of closing plants in London, Ontario.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sad that they're not coming back into London, Ontario to replenish jobs. There's been a couple, or maybe 3 or 4, something like that, but not enough. I mean, London is growing bigger than before, and there's not enough jobs in London to take care of us for working.
Yeah.
And my concern is there any plans of bringing manufacturing back to London? Good paying jobs.
Good paying jobs. You know, I was just overseas last week, talking with a whole bunch of different CEOs of companies from GM to GE and international investors, and talking about what they were looking for when they were looking to open a plant or set things up. And a lot of people were talking about how over the past while, a lot of companies have been chasing low wages, but now that might be starting to shift, where people are looking for hardworking, well-educated, skilled people who are going to be able to contribute in a stable and solid way to a company's growth. And that is where Canada's getting a lot more interesting, and we're really working hard to draw in investment into manufacturing in Canada again, so people understand that this is an important part of the global economy, to invest in places like Southern Ontario, where there's a strong tradition of people who are willing to work hard, are ready to do the work necessary, and contribute to the community and to their family.
I've been in manufacturing since 1978. That's mainly what I know mostly know. And I'm in the public sector now with a really low paying job.
Yeah.
And it's very tough for me to live. And I have a mortgage, I have a family. Everybody else, I'm speaking for everybody here, and times are really tough. And I've just talked to my neighbor I've known for 10 years that lived beside me. He's never mentioned about not having a job. And I just found out this past week that he does not have a job. And he's not in manufacturing, he's in the public side, he's in the security systems.
Okay.
And it's totally different from what I do, but I had no idea he was living like that.
Yeah.
In like one income. And I just got the feeling that people just don't talk about issues like that. I've been struggling all my life. I've had a good job. I worked at Sterling. It was Freightliner at once, and one time, and I got in there and I worked there for 12 years. And I built a pension. So I thought I was going to be there for life. And they've moved to Mexico. I mean, the mayor offered money for them to stay in St. Thomas, but they said no, they were going to move to Mexico, and there was a lot of people out of jobs that way. So a lot of people got hurt. There's a lot of people that could not find jobs because there were so many and not enough jobs. So I hear what you're saying, and hopefully it's going to work out for all of us. Maybe I'm getting too old. But for the most part, my next question would be is my pension. Since work has not been plentiful in London, I've had times that I had struggled with my mortgage and to try to keep up with my payments. So I had to cash in my RSPs for my pension. Now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I have no pension because I had to use it up. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Unfortunately, there's far too many people in your situation, and through
Yes.
no fault of your own, you go through some really tough times where the work dries up and you have no choice because you got to put food on the table and support your family, and I totally understand that. And that's why one of the things that our government is very serious about is working with the provinces and putting forward plans on pension security, whether it's how we're creating opportunities to expand the CPP. Ontario is moving forward with its OPP, looks like, but the discussion around pension security, how we can ensure the people like you who've gone from one industry to another have that retirement security, because retiring without a pension, or worse, retiring into debt, is something that far too many people are facing, and it's something that becomes all of our problem, not just your problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying for myself. There is a lot of people in this situation, and what am I supposed to do when I turn 65? I'll still have my mortgage to pay for, because I do own a house, and with the pension I will get, because I don't have another pension that I tried to build before, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Like, make it.
I don't think I'll be able to afford my house.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost 65 now, believe it or not.
You're in good shape.
That's because I work out right now. I'm in the public sector, and the money that I make, that was another thing, is wages. The wages I make now are a lot less. It's like I'm going back in time. And, companies don't offer pensions anymore. And sure, people expect you to put your own pension away. Like, they want you to put so much away to start an RSP. But when you don't have the money from that, if you're making not enough money, you don't have money to put away.
No. Listen, there's a lot of studies that have shown that people just aren't able to save what they were used to be able to save. And that's where, from my mind, the government does have a role to play and a responsibility to try and make sure that you're not going to retire into poverty or retire into a situation that leaves you unable to actually feel that the hard work you did all your life is being recognized by a country. There's no easy solutions on this, but it's part of what I'm committed to doing, and to doing right. And a big part of it is listening to you and hearing the concerns of folks like you right across the country, and working with provincial ministers and municipalities to ensure that we're creating all the opportunities we can.
But wouldn't it be a good idea to raise the minimum wage?
That's always a possibility. It's not something that the federal government can do directly. We only have power over banks and telcos. A number of provinces are looking at raising the minimum wage across the board. There's always a question of whether or not that has the impact that everyone would like to have. Maybe everything just gets more expensive, or we have jobs leaving. We have to be very careful about that. But I know that making sure that people have a possibility of making enough wages to be able to live and succeed is something that Canada's always done. And there are no easy solutions, but we're working very hard to try and create the growth and the opportunities for you and for future generations that make a difference.
But what I see is the people that I know that are on minimum wage right now, they're still living at home. And if they don't decide to live at home, they buddy up to get to live together. That's how they survive. Or the people that don't want to live with people, they get second jobs or third jobs, part-time. But when I look at it, that's minimum wage is not cutting enough for food. It's not cutting enough for rent. It's not giving people much leeway to do anything. They can't put away any money for a pension or an RSP. It just seems to be it's not enough to do anything with.
we need to create an economy in which people have a chance of getting beyond minimum wage jobs. We need to be investing in the kinds of training and skills that young people growing up are going to need it. We need to be able to offer opportunities for people who are halfway through their working life to shift and find good jobs in other sectors and other industries. And that requires investments in infrastructure. It requires investments in productivity. It requires investments in the kind of future and economic growth that we simply haven't had enough of in the past years. Used to be that you could get a good middle class job, support a family, support a retirement. The world is changing right now, and governments need to catch up to make sure that we're being innovative and forward thinking about how we're going to give you opportunities to succeed. It's not easy. There's nothing easy about this, but it's important work that we've got to do together. There's no simple solutions on this, but I do know that by drawing in investment from around the world, by getting people to open up plants here, by investing in the kind of education and training and skills development that people of all ages can benefit from, and by assuring a solidity for your retirement and pensions, we're going to be on the right track to helping people through difficult situations like you're living.
But in the meantime, I'll be starving and maybe living on the streets by the time I'm 65.
I certainly hope not, and that's why we're making changes to the pension program, and we're trying to make sure that we're going to give you all the support we can.
I thank you for that. But I just don't want to be 65 and living on the streets, because I see more and more people living on the streets in London, and not just men. I see pregnant women now, and I feel sorry. And it's not because they're not looking for jobs. I see signs, willing to work, just lost a job, and willing to work, not just for handouts. And it's certain jobs you just cannot apply for. Like I can't go in intern. I can't apply for certain jobs, like being a lawyer or stuff like that. Yeah. It's not easy. And if there's no manufacturing jobs, then, and that's mostly my experience all my life, it's just like, where am I supposed to go? I'm in the public sector right now, delivering. And it's not really what I know, but I'm doing it. Yeah. And I've been struggling like that for a long time. And it's just so hard. It's like, where's my relief? That's what I'm looking for, relief of my pressures that I've been through my whole lifetime. It's like the good jobs that I did have, they're gone. They're not coming back. It's like other people are looking for the same thing. They want good jobs, and they're not there. So I need something done for that. I'm hoping in the future there will be something coming in that will help out people like me. And just help out people. I'm surprised that people don't open up to like my neighbor. He never said nothing. And I know him for like 10 years. All of a sudden I find out he just doesn't have a job anymore. It's like sad. I don't have a job. I don't talk about it sometimes, but sometimes I talk about it a lot. Yeah. It's just try to get the word out. I use all my abilities. I get talking to people, even people I don't know. I use my ability any which way I can to find a job.
Well, thank you for sharing with me today. This is something that I'm hearing loud and clear, Neil. You're speaking for an awful lot of people now, and I'm going to work very hard to try and make sure that we get a better future for you and for a lot of people who are struggling.
I'm still worried about my pension.
I know.
I mean,
we're working very hard on that, but there's no quick fixes on this. But we're gonna try and help you.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No, don't apologize.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you for being so straight with me.
It was a pleasure.
The pleasure was mine.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being straight with me. Thanks.
Fast,